What's going on with you guys? Hope y'all having a good Thursday evening. So welcome back to my channel, y'all. I know the Cowboys didn't play last Sunday. We had a bye week, and I know I've been kind of busy lately. I've been focusing on school, been trying to watch my health lately, and I've been studying real hard for my anatomy lab. Took an exam yesterday, so I've been exercising, trying to stay in shape, and been trying to be myself lately because I know school is my biggest priority, and I'm trying to work real hard to get my degree in histological technician so I can get a good career in the crime labs around Texas. I know the Cowboys they had a bye week last week, so that gave me time to kind of fix my mind a little bit, help me stay focused, and I know I didn't do the video when they played Detroit because I know that game was kind of embarrassing because Detroit beat us up badly, 47-9, and I just didn't understand why the Cowboys have been struggling at home so far. I mean, it's like 2010 when we were struggling at home and then Wade Phillips got fired. And I understand that when this month started, the Cowboys they defeated the Steelers with that big win on Sunday night from that touchdown game-winning pass to Jalen Tolbert. And I know it's been tough lately because against the Detroit Lions, Dak Prescott didn't play really well, and there were a lot of bad plays that they made, and they just couldn't get the run game going. I know Micah Parsons didn't play in that game, and Dak wasn't playing right. He was going play after play, and there were all interceptions, and we couldn't even get touchdowns. And that's what happens when you don't get prepared against that team that wanted payback over the 2-point controversy last year, and it's been a big issue with the run game. I know Zeke didn't play well. Rico Dowdle's been stepping up, and CeeDee Lamb has been playing good, but I know that game against Detroit was kind of rough because the defense couldn't get after Jared Goff, and they just weren't having good communication. And I know on that play where Dak, he was overthrowing the pass. I mean, he was going for high passes, which isn't going to work. And I know that was kind of embarrassing in front of the fans at AT&T Stadium who are hoping the Cowboys could play better at home, but I know it's been tough at home, and I know we're 3-3, so it's still early in the season, but we got a long way to go in order to make the playoffs. So now we have a big game this Sunday night. The Dallas Cowboys take on the San Francisco 49ers, Week 8 of the NFL season. The 49ers, with the game that I saw last weekend when Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs in the Super Bowl rematch, I picked the Chiefs in that game because I knew the Chiefs were going to beat up the 49ers like they did in the Super Bowl. Because this 49ers team that we're playing, they're not the same team who we saw last year, who were in the NFC Championship game, and then they lost in the Super Bowl to the Kansas City Chiefs. The Niners have been our biggest challenge so far. We played them last year when we were embarrassed by them 45-10. Even twice in the playoffs that knocked us out. This 49ers team has been dealing with injuries. Christian McCaffrey's out, Brandon Ayuk went out. I know he got injured last week against Kansas City with a torn ACL, and I know he's out for the season. And George Kittle has been dealing with a sprained foot. This isn't the same 49ers team that we saw last year who beat up Green Bay in the first round. Then they beat up the Detroit Lions, and they got beat by the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. This is a game right here that the Cowboys need to win to turn the season around. Because this kind of reminds me more of 2018 when we were 3-5 and we started a winning streak that let us get into the playoffs. And this is the type of game that the Cowboys need to win to turn the season around. The last time the Cowboys won a game in San Francisco was 2017 when Jason Witten made that one-handed catch, and 2016 during Dak Prescott's rookie year, and 2011 when Tony Romo led to a game-winning field goal drive that we won in overtime. So these two teams, the Cowboys and the 49ers, are the biggest rivalries that we've seen so far, and this is the game right here for the Cowboys to win to turn the season around. I know injuries have been a big factor so far. I know DaRon Bland's been out, Micah Parsons went out, and didn't play in the Steeler game nor the Detroit game. And I know we were getting a lot of criticism on why we didn't make any moves during the offseason, or on why that they didn't sign Derrick Henry, and if there should be a coaching change. That's a lot of criticism that we faced so far heading into the 2024 season. But now it's time to prove them wrong. This is our chance to turn this season around, because we got more opponents coming along when we get into November. You got the Falcons coming up, you got the Eagles, then you got the Houston Texans coming up. So this is the type of win for the Cowboys to start a new winning streak heading into this Sunday night matchup against the 49ers. Here are my keys to a Cowboys victory over these 49ers. One, you gotta limit those explosive plays. Some of the Niners players have been out with injuries and they've been kind of struggling so far. Brock Purdy isn't the same guy that we saw last year, because this guy likes to move around and make pass after pass. They need to get after Brock Purdy, because this guy can make a lot of explosive plays like he did last year. And this guy has been our biggest weakness that we faced last year in that Sunday night game. I want to see this Dallas defense that we knew last year make explosive plays, and need to get after the run game. Then you gotta stop Jordan Mason, because this guy for the 49ers has been making big plays since Christian McCaffrey went out. So I want to see this defense stop the run and create turnovers. And I need to see Trayvon Diggs play like we saw in Week 1 against Cleveland. Get more of the pick six that he did in 2021. This Dallas defense, I know it's been kind of tough lately with all the injuries they faced, and I know we were kind of getting beat up against Detroit because we were getting outplayed, and there were a lot of plays that the defense knew that the Detroit team had, and they just couldn't get after them. But this defense needs to step it up right here. Kind of like what they did in 2014 against Seattle, that big game. And this defense, I'm hoping that Micah Parsons will be back. I know DaRon Bland stepped up last year, so hopefully we get him back this Sunday. But this defense needs to stop the run, and they can't be getting outplayed or pushed around. And they gotta limit these penalties, because that's what happened against Detroit. There were too many penalties, and they just were getting run over. We can't let that happen on Sunday night. So this defense needs to regroup, have good communications, and play good complementary football. And my third key to the victory is you gotta dominate the trenches. During the bye week, I went over the film room and I saw the plays that Dak Prescott wished he had back against Detroit. I know they weren't blocking for him, and he just wasn't playing. And I know some of his targets, like Brandon Cooks, went out, and I knew he was kind of struggling finding the right plays, because these are some of the plays that he's been practicing ever since training camp and during mini camp. Dak Prescott's got to play better, because this guy got his contract done in the beginning of the season. This is the time that he needs to step up and make the right plays, because CeeDee Lamb knows how to make the right routes, and he needs to play better. And I know CeeDee Lamb has been playing really good so far. He needs to make sure that he's running the right routes, and that's something that I want to see Sunday night. So CeeDee Lamb has to step up. Jake Ferguson, you gotta make the right plays. And this O-line right here, you need to give Dak Prescott a time by blocking for him, so he's able to make the right throws. Because I know last year's game on Sunday night, we were getting outbeat and it wasn't looking really good. We can't let that happen on Sunday night. So Dak Prescott, you gotta make the right plays. Gotta make sure who's open and who's running on the right. If he sees anyone waving, that means that the receiver's open. So that's something that I want to see Sunday night against the 49ers. And I know we've been having issues with the run game. Zeke Elliott, he's been playing okay. I know we don't have Tony Pollard because of the run game issue, but Rico Dowdle's been playing really good so far, because this guy kind of reminds me more of Felix Jones in 2011. I want to see Rico Dowdle get the run game going. And Dak Prescott, you gotta make the right plays, because this is his chance to prove the doubters wrong against this 49ers team who's been beating us up for for past 2 years, even the playoffs. So Dak Prescott, you gotta make the right plays, and you can't be going for high passes because that's not gonna work. And CeeDee Lamb, you need to make sure that you're running the right routes because that's some of the plays that they practice since training camp. So they need to be making the right plays Sunday night, and this defense needs to come together to stop Brock Purdy. I have the Cowboys winning 31-20 because I think with this win, this could turn our season around and we could start a good winning streak. Hopefully by next Sunday when they play the Atlanta Falcons on the road, we get Brandon Cooks back and they gotta make sure that they get some of the people that they were missing come the trade deadline because I remember in 2018 when they signed Amari Cooper from the Raiders, which helped turn the season around. I expect the Cowboys to start a new winning streak. I need to play better on the road. Because I know at home we've been kind of struggling, but that's something that they got to learn from since September. Because I know we were beaten by the Saints, Ravens, and Detroit. It's been tough at home, but I think we can go undefeated on the road. Kind of like what we did in 2014 with Tony Romo, DeMarco Murray, and Des Bryant, who set a single season record in 2014. So let me know in the comment section below how much you think the Cowboys will win by. I'm going to stay optimistic because I think Dak Prescott could play a better game. I know that game against Detroit was tough, but with that bye week, it helped clear the mind. It helped clear the mind and help wash away that ugly loss at home. So at least if the defense plays better and they're able to stop the run, able to stop Brock Purdy, Dallas should win this game. So have the Cowboys winning 31-20. Let me know in the comment section below how much you think the Cowboys will win by. It's good to be back on my channel, week 8, y'all. I'm so excited for this game Sunday night. It's good to be back on my channel, but I'm doing okay, y'all. So let me know in the comment section below. And before I end this video, I want to give a huge shout out to my followers out there in San Antonio, Houston, Del Rio, and being part of Cowboys Nation. So let me know in the comment section below how much you think the Cowboys will win by. I know the World Series starts tomorrow between the Yankees and Dodgers. I know those are two good teams in baseball, but I have the Dodgers winning in 6. So y'all stay safe. Enjoy the big game Sunday Night Football, y'all. I'm so excited about this game. Let's get this win so we can turn the season around. And I will see you guys next week when we play the Atlanta Falcons. Peace.